This is New York Senator Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. This is a common household garbage disposal. Apparently, the two have never met. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, better known by her social media handle AOC, has been a bold political voice since becoming the youngest congresswoman in U.S. history.
I can't let you go!
She's perhaps most noteworthy for authoring the Green New Deal. This bill proposes the introduction of $12 trillion worth of new punitive taxes and regulations in the American economy, in an aim to help curb the U.S.'s contribution to the global climate crisis. The radical measures have been estimated to yield an aggregate cost of $93 trillion. To put that into better perspective, that's $600,000 per U.S. household. Also slated for demise are all those capitalistic perks we have to give up, such as basic air travel, 2-day shipping, most supermarket produce, and probably more. Despite lobbying for this hyper-aggressive tax on pretty much the entire country, many people praise Senator Cortez for her humble upbringing in Bronx, New York, translating to what many see as a relatability to the working class. Last month, AOC took to Instagram Live to showcase herself building IKEA furniture in her new apartment.
And this goes like that?
To her credit, this is more believable than Elizabeth Warren cracking open a cold one with the boys, or Kamala Harris baking her mac and cheese. But, like any politician, she's bound to have some gaffes. Most recently, AOC shared her first encounter with a garbage disposal, describing it as terrifying.
Ago, and I flipped this switch, and it made that noise, and it scared the daylights out of me. I am told this is a garbage disposal. I've never seen a garbage disposal. I never had one in any place I've ever lived. It is terrifying. I don't know what to use it for or what its purpose is.
To many of us, this is a basic kitchen appliance. Invented in 1927 by John W. Hams, the garbage disposal sought to solve a major problem. Prior to this innovation, many households had food scraps that would linger around. This would cause clogged plumbing, smell, and pests. The ability to grind this waste and do away with it at the sink right after food prep seemed like a natural upgrade. But Senator Cortez's concerns seemed completely to miss the practical value households gain from garbage disposals. Instead, she improperly assumed this machine, because of energy consumption, was potentially harmful to the environment and should be subject to state intervention.
Like food scraps? Like, is this environmentally sound? I don't know.
Jeffrey Tucker, editorial director of AIER, wrote in response, AOC worries about the environmental impact. Many studies were done in the early days, and there are no discernible bad effects from them. Much of the refuse in the water supply becomes fertilizer, such that the garbage disposal becomes a kind of pre-compost. It starts the trash on the way towards being recycled into something valuable. In addition to speeding up the decomposition process, garbage disposals only consume 500 to 1500 watts of power per use, and total water consumption is generally about 1 gallon per person per day, or an additional toilet flush. Emerson Electric also conducted a survey revealing that over half of U.S. homeowners are unaware that garbage disposals can help reduce landfill waste. Food waste accounts for 22% of landfill occupancy. According to Emerson, 1 out of 4 people surveyed said they only use garbage disposals for plate scraping after meals, ignoring the disposal for tasks such as cleaning out the fridge, which 73% of homeowners do monthly or more. So it looks like the issue with garbage disposals isn't their negative environmental impact. The real problem seems to be Americans not utilizing this product enough. And based on the evidence, it appears conclusive that the environment would reap many more benefits if this product accounted for more household energy consumption, not less. Tucker concludes this beautifully. AOC finds the garbage disposal terrifying. What is even more terrifying is the idea that she would be head of a national central plan that would rid us of internal combustion, reconstruct every building in America, even work toward the abolition of airplanes and the cow without a knowledge of how half the population disposes of its food refuse. To be fair, AOC may have an excuse for her hasty ignorance because she's lived her entire life in New York City, where garbage disposals were only legalized in the 1990s. This is perhaps noticeable due to the amount of overflowing dumpsters and hordes of cockroaches, rats, and other disease-carrying pests that thrive because of the city's trash problem. But regardless of AOC's personal experience, her impulsive instinct to regulate and restrict the market is the real worry here. And working class Americans should understand that this is merely one of many examples where politicians and departmental agencies contribute to broadening their regulatory safe space at the expense of the continuously better standard of living the market subtly provides us.